Happy New Year, everyone, and welcome to Unity on the Space Coast. Please rise as you're able for our opening song, Everything New. Bring it on, everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through crying, I'm through waiting, I'm through hoping against all hope. I'm through longing for something gone that will never return. I think I've finally learned to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new. I'm through grieving, I'm through dreaming that the life that I've had is ever coming back. No more wishing on someone else's star that will never be mine. I think it's time to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, everything true. I am ready for my next thing to do. Oh, I know it's gonna be everything new.
Based energy that we may be holding on to as we open ourselves up to receive divine love, light, and wisdom. On this day, at this beginning of this new year, we open ourselves up to all possibilities, to all newness, to all the good that the divine has to offer and manifest in and through our lives. We open ourselves up to the light and the love that is that divine presence in and through us. We open ourselves up this day to the knowingness that we are one. We are one with this ever-present power, this ever-present knowledge, wisdom, this one power that pervades the entire universe, this one goodness that we call God. And we give thanks for this knowingness. And so it is. Amen. Well, Happy New Year. And welcome to Unity on the Space Coast. I'm Reverend Don Barton, and it is just my joy and honor and my privilege and my pleasure to welcome each and every one of you to our service here this morning, and to thank you for choosing to spend the next hour of your soul's growth here with us this morning. Whether you're joining us here in person, whether you're joining us online, I want to just let you know that you are an integral part to this spiritual community, and we thank you for the consciousness that you bring and the support that you bring to each and every one of us as we travel this spiritual path that we call following the unity principles. So thank you for being here. Is there anybody here for the very first time or back for the very first time in a long time? If you're willing, we'd love to just say hello to you. Anybody? Well, good morning and welcome. We've got a little gift basket for you, a little envelope that's got some information about Unity and about this church. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us after the service. I'd be more than happy to let you know anything else about us. If you fill out that little form, someone will give you a gift from our bookstore in the back still. We still doing that? We still got something for them? Yes. So turn that in after the service to somebody in hospitality, and we'll make sure to give you that. All right? Anybody else? Thank you for being here. If you're online, you can drop us a line, you can drop us an email, you can call us at the office, let us know where you are and that you're here for the first time, and we would love to welcome you also personally and get that gift out to you also. So reach out to us and let us know who you are. Well, introductions can be brief this morning.
That's right. My name is Eric Brook. I'm our music director. Many of our music team are taking off today, so I want to send a lot of love and light to Barbara McGillicuddy, Nick Phillips, James Thomas, and Alex Dershko, whether they're at a spiritual retreat, celebrating their birthdays, or just spending family time. So we're going to get the band back together next week. But we have a very special saxophone player in today for our peace song. So thank you to Van Bowden for being here today. Appreciate you, Van. And thank you to our jack of all trades, Michael Triandafels, who is in our sound booth today. Accompanied by Michael, we have Bob Knight running slides. Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, Bob.
And also on our message and meditation today, Reverend Don Barton.
That's me. All right. We've got some upcoming events we want to make sure that you are aware of, so let's run through those real briefly. We've got our annual meeting coming up, and you have to reaffirm your membership for 2025. So if you are a voting member of Unity on the Space Coast, annually you have to reaffirm that membership. It's a little tiny form. You just fill out, let us know that all your contact information is the same, and you want to remain a voting member of Unity on the Space Coast, and we'll need that in the next couple days. The annual membership meeting is January 26th. At 12:30, right after service. We'll do it right here in the sanctuary. If you're here for as a member, we need you here to vote. If you just want to come and just participate and just hear what's happened in the last year and what's coming for next year and be a little more informed about what's happening with Unity on the Space Coast, you are more than welcome, and we would love to have every single one of you here. Next week, 12 Powers for Our Planet is a series that we're going to do next year. So once a month, we'll do one of the 12 powers each month and how it relates to our planet. So there's our Earth Care team that Unity Worldwide Ministries sponsors, and they have got this whole program on their website. So the series is called The 12 Powers of Our Planet, and the first power that we'll do is faith, and so we'll be doing that next week on the 12th. Our sound bath has been moved to Friday, January 17th, release the week. So please come dress casually, come in. Siri, and Sadie, and Nick do a wonderful job with that experience on a Friday night. It's a way to just let go of the week and get ready for the weekend. We've got another class coming up, Esoteric Afternoons, Psychometry, I'm going to assume is how you say that, with Barbara. And that'll be Saturday, January 25th. So there's some information up there for you about what she does. It's a suggested love offering of $20, but don't let that stop you. If you need to come, she will do it let everybody in. So please don't let that scare you away. Make sure you can come for that. If you want some one-on-one prayer, we've got Barbara over here, who is our spiritual director and trained prayer chaplain, and she is willing to pray with you one-on-one after the service. We've got our prayer room in the back. It's called the Prayer Place. You'll see the little placard hanging outside the door, and she would be more than happy to pray with you after the service. It's Birthday Sunday, right? Yes. Right. So every birthday Sunday is the first Sunday of the month, and we've got cake and ice cream after the service today, so stick around and celebrate with us. Do we have a list of birthdays for this month? Oh, we sure do. Okay, so if you're one of those people, stand up. Anybody with a birthday in January? All right, you guys. Are we going to sing Happy Birthday?
That's right.
Let's sing Happy Birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear friends. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday. And now let's have another song. Imagine.
That's right. Speaking of our 12 powers, the power of imagination. This is so powerful as we are starting this brand new year of 2025. What do you want to imagine that your life is going to be like this year? What do you want to imagine that your life and light is going to bring into the world this year? Please join me as we sing Imagine. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living joy today. Imagine there's no countries. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. A brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will live as one.
So today is our White Stone Sunday. So if when you came in the door, you got a pencil or a pen and a white stone, I want to invite you through this service. Don't have it sitting next to you on the chair or in your pocket or something. I want to invite you to just take that stone and hold it in your hands. There's something about energy that runs through all of Unity theology. So I want you to just infuse your energy into this stone throughout this service. Hold it in your hand as we do the message and as we do the meditation, so that your focus, your intention, your energy becomes one with this white stone, because I invite you to make it a part of your entire year, not just this service. So let's start this morning with our vision and our mission statement. I'd like to have you say this with me. I'll read it once and then have you repeat it with me. Unity on the Space Coast celebrates a world of harmony, abundance, and divinity. We joyously express truth, inspiring transformation. Let's say that together. Unity on the Space Coast celebrates a world of harmony, abundance, and divinity. We joyously express truth, inspiring transformation. Think about that. Can you put that back up, Michael or Bob? Think about that. That's what our mission and our vision is. Our vision is to sell, and our vision and our mission are not just things that we say every single Sunday. It's something that we hold throughout the year, like the message that we'll have today, that we'll have on our word for our white stone. It's something that's ongoing. It's not just a platitude that we say every single Sunday. It's something that we want to believe in, and if it no longer works for us as a congregation, we rewrite it. We rewrite it as often as we need to. So let's say it once again, because this is who we are right now as a spiritual community. Together? Unity on the Space Coast celebrates a world of harmony, abundance, and divinity. We joyously express truth, inspiring transformation. That's who we are. That's who you are. That's what you're saying you are and you're about and you're intending for this world. So take those words in, mean them when you say them. Our core values come right out of our vision and our mission. It's a way of stating what we believe, what we hold dearest to us as a congregation. So let's say these together. And remember, when we say things, when we make an affirmation, a denial, a prayer, a meditation, anything, Unity teaches us that with thoughts and words, when you add feelings, increases their power and brings about greater change and manifestation. So as you read these things, say them with feeling the way that you mean them. Inclusiveness. We recognize the value and oneness of all beings. Compassion. We nurture all beings with kindness, love, and understanding. Gratitude. We appreciate all we have, give, and receive. Growth. We learn from the transformative adventures of life. Healing. We embrace the journey of becoming vibrant, healthy, and whole. Thought there was another slide. Okay, let's do our daily words now. We'll read it first in Spanish, and then we'll read it in English.
And thank you, Vicki, for reading this.
Ooh. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. Just.
Good morning, Happy New Year. Can you hear me okay? Yes. Okay.
There you go.
5 de enero del 2025, fortaleza. Hoy afirmamos el poder de Dios es mi fortaleza. Nuestro mensaje es, cuando me identifico solo con mi naturaleza humana y me siento pequeño o falto de herramientas para enfrentar lo incierto, recuerdo que el poder divino está siempre dentro de mí. La fuerza infinita de Dios no conoce límites y es inagotable. Cualquier desafío que enfrente no se compara con el poder divino. A medida que profundizo en mi comprensión espiritual, reconozco que no necesito pedir ayuda a Dios. Más bien, afirmo que la fortaleza divina es parte integral de mi ser. Afirmo la fortaleza divina es mía. Yo soy fuerte en espíritu. A medida que estas palabras se arraigan en mi conciencia, me siento más capacitado para mantener las dificultades de la vida en perspectiva y recordar que mi fortaleza proviene de Dios. El verso bíblico para hoy es Habacuc, capítulo 3, versículo 19. Tú, Señor, eres mi Dios y fortaleza.
I probably don't need a microphone. Today is January 5th, 2025. Today we affirm, God's strength is my strength. If I identify solely with human nature, I may feel daunted by my cares and duties by the state of the world itself. When I feel small or ill-equipped to face troubling situations or certain uncertain circumstances, I remind myself I am never without the power of divine strength within me. The awesome strength of God is inexhaustible and without limitation. Anything I may be called to face, no match for divine strength. As I grow in spiritual understanding, I realize I need not pray for God's help. Instead, I claim the strength of God as an aspect of my divine entity. I affirm, divine strength is mine. I am strong in spirit. As these words grow in my conscience, I feel better, able to keep life struggles in perspective and remember I am strong of God. Our Bible verse for today is from, it's going to be a fun one, Habakkuk. We need to actually write how it's pronounced, but whatever. Chapter 3, verse 9. God, the Lord, is my strength.
Thank you, Josh. It's wonderful.
I'll take it.
As Reverend Don was saying earlier today is a very special service, the White Stone service. So if you don't already have your White Stone in your hand, I encourage you to do that as we go into our next song. And Michael, if you can you turn off the lights for this one, please? This song is I Will Surrender. So as we set our intention of becoming one with the divine, I encourage you to surrender to your highest, greater good as you release any fear that blocks your way. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let Spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free. As I continue walking in this mystery, please join me. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. Oh, I surrender to my greatest, highest good. I release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day. I'm more loving every moment, every day. I surrender every moment, every day.
Beautiful, thank you. Hope that got you all in your heart space. Does anyone not have a stone before I start? Just want to make sure everyone got one before they came in. If not, Judy can get one for you. So if you're new to Unity or you've never done a white stone service before or a white stone ceremony, let's explain it a little bit, talk about it, what it means and why we do it. It's based on a verse from Revelation, the book of Revelation, chapter 2, verse 17. But we have to remember, when we're going to go to the Bible and read one of the Bible verses, we have to remember that the Bible was written, each of the different scriptures, by a specific person at a specific time for a specific reason to be read by a specific audience. And none of them was us. And Revelation was actually written, some say, as kind of like a street play production, that somebody would stand out in the middle of the street and read this from beginning to end. And what it really was a coded way of telling the Christians of that time, who lived under a very oppressive Roman Empire, how that empire was going to fall and they would all survive. So there's a lot of references to things that happened under the jurisdiction of the Roman Empire. So we'll talk a little bit about that. And what you're going to hear are references to the white stone. And in ancient Rome, the white stone was used for a couple different things. And all those meanings are kind of implied in this verse. And one is, when a prisoner was released after serving time for whatever crime that they had committed, they were given a white stone, and on that white stone was written their new name for them to go forward and not be required to carry the burden of their past crimes with them. A white stone was also used in the shape of a pebble by the judges when somebody was rendering a verdict. And they would make their judgment not by casting a vote, but by putting either a white or a black pebble in a bag. And if you received more white pebbles, you were acquitted. Black pebbles, you were convicted. So the white was a sign of acquittal, of innocence. And then we talk about manna in the story, in the verse. And we'll get to the metaphysical determination of that. But manna is a throwback reference for the Jewish community back to when they received manna from God when they were traveling with Moses through the desert for 40 years, and how they were sustained by God during that time. So those are the references that are brought in to this one verse. And here it is. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone with a new name written on the stone, which no one knows except him who receives it. Let's go through that again. He who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. To him who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna, and I will give him a white stone with a new name written on it, which no one knows except him who receives it. And there's another version of this that says, let everyone who hears let them hear. And to everyone who conquers, I will give some of the hidden manna. And in that version, I like it a little bit better because it starts out with everyone and all people, which means this is available to absolutely everybody. Not just a certain him or her, but to everyone, to all who have ears to hear. And for all of those who have ears to hear, which means all of those who can get this message and be able to hear it, I will give some of the hidden manna when they conquer it. So what are we talking about? What are they looking for? What are they conquering? And then if you do, what do you receive? And this passage gives us three things. It gives us a stone, a message, and manna. So let's bring that into unity speak, into the present moment, and how it might apply to our lives with this white stone. So what this means for us is, for anyone who's willing to conquer our minds. Because what we want to do in unity is to replace all of those thoughts and beliefs that hold us back, all of those thoughts of disconnection from the divine that prevent us from being one with God, is what we want to release, let go of, and conquer. And we're all able to do that. This is something available to absolutely everyone. And if we can do that, if we can make that commitment, if we can make that shift into knowing our divinity, into knowing that we're not separated from the divine, that we're one with the divine, that we're connected with the divine, that we're not limited by the beliefs and the limitations and the lack that may have been placed upon us knowingly or unknowingly as we were raised, or we've learned through experiences. But we can choose to change our mind to something new and something better. If we can conquer that, then the gifts are one, hidden manna. And the hidden manna is spiritual knowledge, spiritual connection, spiritual substance, infinite supply. That's what comes to us as our first gift. To all who have ears to hear, to make the attempt to conquer, who start on this spiritual journey, I will give the hidden manna. Because before we step down this spiritual path, before we realize our divinity, that we are one with the divine, that information, that knowledge, that wisdom is hidden from us, not on purpose, but more because we've blocked it out of our consciousness. But now it is available to us in infinite supply. The hidden manna that only you can understand, because only you can be on your soul's journey. You can't be on someone else's. It won't make any sense to them. The help, the knowledge, the wisdom, the love that you receive is individual to you. And you can't see that for other people, but you can experience for yourself. And you'll receive a white stone. And the white stone means a couple different things. On one hand, it's your acquittal. It's your release. It's your get out of jail free card for everything in your past. It's time to say, set it aside, let it go. You can learn from it, you cannot repeat it, but don't carry it with you anymore. Set it down. Start over. Fresh start. It's that spiritual consciousness, that spiritual awakening, that knowingness, that awareness of your oneness with God that gives you the foundation for what's to come in your life, for what's to happen with you spiritually, for the spiritual path that you're going to be on. This is your new foundation upon which your new name will be written. Once we take that step forward into that consciousness of letting go of the past, stepping into the present, becoming aware of our true divine nature, that Christ's presence within us, we have a foundation to spiritually move forward. We have something to write the new you on. And so the third thing that we're given in that passage is a new name. And we need that new name because our name defines us. It gives us direction. It gives us a path to follow. And the special thing about this new name is only you can know it. Because only you can know what it is that you are to do in this lifetime. Only you can know what it is that brings joy to your soul. What is it, the passions that drive you forward from day to day? What is it that makes your soul expand, that brings you joy in the world, that brings you joy to manifest in the world and bring joy to others? Only you will understand that. I could read someone else's word on their stone and it mean nothing to me. And my stone will mean nothing to someone else. It's individual to each and every one of us. So this is the overall residing theory, understanding behind this white stone ceremony. Because once we acknowledge that we've started this spiritual journey, that we have a foundation on which we want to move forward, but then it's our responsibility to live that way. And so you can't be perfect from day one going forward. So this little ceremony that we do every year gives us just one little aspect of our spiritual journey that we need to work on and grow for the coming year. Not the only, but it gives us some direction. It gives us some focus. And so we'll do a little meditation in a little while to actually realize what that might be. What is it that just me, myself, and I will work on spiritually in my life this year, whether I want to or not, whether I know why or not. And that's why this ceremony is done over and over every year in Unity, because it's very, very effective for so many people. And when we do this meditation, you may or may not get a word. You may not get a word today, but you'll get a word because of today. It may not come today. It may come this week or this month. But the challenge is, once you get it, is to put this someplace where you'll see it every single day and you'll work on it for the whole year. This is a year-long practice. And somebody might say, I didn't get anything, and I've just got a blank slate. That might be what your year is to be, a blank slate, open to absolutely everything. It might be 2 words. It might be an action. It might be a person. It might be something you already know you're supposed to be working on and you haven't been doing it, and this is your challenge to write it down. You might have known for the last 40 years what your word is, and you've been ignoring it. So today's also about courage. Are you courageous enough to write that down? And some people will have a meditation and a word will pop into their head and they'll go, where in the world did that come from? Write it down. Or something will pop into your mind, you go, that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Write that down. Because you may not figure it out until December 31st, what you wrote on here and why. And it might be the same word you've had before. I have a stack of white stones about that tall now. I've been in Unity quite a while. I've done this a number of times. And when I've gone back and looked through my white stones, I have repetitive words that I didn't realize until I went back and looked at old stones. Oh, I didn't get that right yet. And I need to do that one again this year. But whatever is on your heart, whatever's in your mind as we go through this meditation, be brave enough to write that word down. And if you know you have nothing to write down, that's okay. Because sometimes it might come with in a song that you read or a song that you hear on the radio like every single day for the next week, and like, why is this topic keep coming up? Why do I keep seeing that word on billboards wherever I go? And if nothing comes through, then perhaps your year is complete possibilities. Maybe the word that keeps coming through is, I got nothing. Nothing. Then write that down. Because you may find out by December that what you need to worry about is no thing. That's the power of the white stone. It never, ever really you know exactly what it's about on day one. But have the courage to write down what you get, and then have the courage to put it somewhere. In your bathroom, in your kitchen, on your bedside table, next to where you sit and read every day, somewhere where it's going to keep catching your eye. And then every month move it, because you're going to start skipping over it with your eyes because it's been there forever. So put it somewhere else where you have to see it and think about it. Use it in your prayer and meditation time. And remember, this is part of your chosen spiritual journey, that you've taken that initial step to say, okay, I realize my oneness with the divine. I'm ready to become something different than what I was. I'm letting go of all of that, and I'm going to work on myself and my future and manifest good in the world, and this word is going to help me. Don't know how, don't know why, but it will, and I'll work on it. So finally, I'm asking you to simply be open. Be open to the possibility. Because the first couple times I did this, I sat exactly where you are and thought, this is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. I was raised Catholic, and you don't do stuff like that. So be open. Be open. Maybe doubt is the word you need to put on there. And you work on doubt this year. But it's a step. It's a tool. And it's a way of saying, I am going to participate. It's an active participation in your spiritual journey that we're going to do today. And that's what's most important, is you taking a conscious step forward and saying, this is what I'm going to do. So let's do this. Let's figure out how we're going to express divinity in 2025. So we're going to do a little bit extended meditation. We're going to go a little bit longer in the silence than we normally do. And we're going to open ourselves up to the divine. So I invite you to take that stone and hold it in your hand. Keep it there. Get real comfortable. If you're not used to meditation, then just sit quietly and just let your mind go. So square up your shoulders, put your feet flat on the ground. Take a deep breath. Another deep breath in through your nose. Can we dim the lights a little bit? Another breath. I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable, or simply lower your gaze. To allow your mind to become still with thoughts of, what are we doing here? Why am I doing this? Passing through you and affirming, I am open. I am present. I am willing. And in doing so, we just move our attention from our head and down into our heart. And focus on this next breath, where we simply breathe. we affirm that we are open to all that is to come. We are open to the divine flowing in and through us. I release doubt and hesitation. I just invite that presence in to take away any negative or fear-based energy. And I allow my heart space to open and know that in this space, I am whole and I am safe, that I am willing to receive, I am willing to change, I am willing to grow, I am willing to realize my oneness with the divine. In this space, all is well. In this space, I am full of gratitude. In this space, I am welcoming. I am relaxed. I am whole. In this space, I affirm the divine flowing in and through me. I allow my heart to open and expand. I set my intention to listen to the divine. I set my intention to be the spiritual being that I am. Each breath works like a pump, bringing the divine in and through me and releasing all that I no longer need. Each exhale removes guilt, anxiety, worry, regret, fear. It is not needed in this moment. Each breath in brings light and life and hope and joy, peace, imagination, infinite possibilities, growth, unlimited strength, love. I am an expression of the divine in this world. I express divine love with each word, thought, and action. I focus on my divinity in this moment. I open myself up to the divine to flow in and through me. Divine Spirit, speak to me now. What is mine to do? Where am I to go? What am I to express in this world? So for a few moments in this silence, I ask and suggest that you simply listen. Simply listen to the divine and repeat ever so slowly, as needed, I am listening. I am listening. I am listening. Take another deep breath. And with this divine message, I boldly move forward into my spiritual journey. I breathe in gratitude for this time together with Spirit. I courageously write this word upon my stone, or wait for this word in the coming days and weeks. I affirm that Spirit speaks in and through me, guiding my thoughts. One with the divine, I manifest goodness in the world with all I think and say and do. And I am grateful for this time in the silence. I take this white stone, this new foundation, upon which I place this new intention. And I commit to a year of growing and understanding and learning and looking and being one with Spirit. I allow this word, this white stone, to remind me each and every day of my oneness with the divine, of my connectedness to God. And I know and affirm that we are one in this moment, for this hour, during this day, and throughout this lifetime. And so it is. Amen.
Be still and know. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Let's try that one more time. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know that I am. Be still and know that I am God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know that you are. Be still and know that you are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know that we are. Be still and know that we are God. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know. Be still and know.
Thank you. And now is the time in our service where we celebrate our prosperity. So while you prepare your tithes, love offerings, and gifts, just want to remind you that I want you to think about them with the thoughts, not in the words, but also the feelings of the gratitude that you have for all that you have, the excitement and the willingness to share those gifts with the world, and the expectation of how those come back to you, blessed and spilling over. So let's say our affirmation together. I invite you to hold those love offerings in your hands. I'll say it once and then have you say it with me. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the gift, the joy of giving and receiving. Let's say that together. I really threw them off. Ready? Here we go. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. Thank you, God, for the joy of giving and receiving.
God is my source. God is my power. God gives me everything I need. So I give thanks for all my blessings. God gives me everything I need. God is my source. God is my source.
God is my power.
God is my power.
God gives me everything.
Oh, everything I need. So I give thanks. I give thanks
for all my blessings.
Blessings.
God gives me
everything I need. God gives me everything I need. God gives me everything I need.
All right, let's put a final blessing on this offering. I invite you to rub your hands together and send your loving energy up here. Mother, Father, God, we thank you for these gifts. We recognize them as divine examples of your infinite substance made manifest in every aspect of our lives. We know, acknowledge, and affirm that each gift is blessed, multiplied, and returned to each giver in a form and in a manner best suited to support their soul's growth. And for our increased understanding of this divine law of giving and receiving, we give thanks. And so it is. Amen. Unity is a prayer-based ministry. We've been praying in unity for about 50 years now. The Fillmores started it, our co-founders, as a prayer ministry. So if you would like to have power of prayer work in your life, we've got prayer request forms. They're in the seat backs of the seats in front of you. You can fill out one of those prayer requests and put it in the prayer box in the back of our sanctuary. We'll take those and pray over them for the coming week, and then we'll send them on to Silent Unity, where they will be prayed over for the next 30 days, 24/7, round the clock, by a whole team of ministers and prayer partners. If you'd also like one-on-one prayer, we're available after the service. Barbara's available. She'll meet with you, whether you've got something that you want support with, someone you want to pray for, or something you want to celebrate in your life. Know that she's available for you and would love to have that one-on-one prayer with you after the service. We've got a little special music. Is that next? Nope. Okay. Next week, 12 Powers of Our Planet, and that starts with faith, how our faith affects how we interact with our environment. So we're looking forward to starting that series. We'll do that once a month for the rest of this year. And I get to do that one too. So see you next week. All right. And now, let there be peace on earth. So I'm going to ask you to join hands across the aisle, and we'll sing our peace song together.
Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be, with God as creator.
us walk with our family in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow, to take each moment and live each moment with peace eternally. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. And now let's say our prayer for protection together. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. And yea, God. And our affirmation, God's strength is my strength. Together, God's strength is my strength. And so it is. You are loved, you are blessed. Have a wonderful week. Thank you for playing that. That was great. Don. Yes. Thank you.